Dr. Caleb Stevenson Brown, residing in Gonzales County, Texas, owned a total of 6 enslaved people for, as stated in his 1853 agreement, use of enslaved labor in ranching operations. There is little known about these 6 individuals. This is the region of Gonzales County where Dr. Brown lived, worked, and built his legacy as a doctor/physician and also as a participant in important Texas history. While being an important location for the establishment of Texas, most of its residents had African Americans enslaved. Born in Kentucky in 1805, Dr. Caleb Stevenson Brown later moved to Mississippi, where he met his first wife, Anne C. Coleman, in 1833. He then later moved to Texas. Although arriving in Texas in 1835 to 1840, he quickly built a reputation as a community doctor and physician. Records also show that C.S. Brown served as a councilman and mayor of Gonzales in 1841, as well as marrying his new wife Martha Ann Darden Walker in March 18th of 1849. Unlike his first previous marriage, he had a daughter that was born on December of that same year. He served in the Battle of Plum Creek, where he was a battle surgeon treating wounded soldiers and assisting in the aftermath of the conflict. The Battle of Plum Creek was an aftermath of the Council House fight, in which many of the Comanche Indian chiefs, women, and warriors were killed. In the summer of 1840, the Comanches swept down the Guadalupe River, killing settlers, stealing horses, plundering and burning settlements. The Texans organized a volunteer army under General Felix Houston, Colonel Edward Burleson, Captain Matthew Caldwell, and others, and with Texas Rangers under Ben McCulloch, overtook the Indians at Plum Creek in the vicinity of the present town of Lockhart on August 11, 1840. There was a decisive defeat on the following day that pushed the Comanches westward. His medical expertise was also called upon during the Battle of Salado in 1842, where he searched for and tended to survivors of the Dawson Massacre. Although being a war hero and a good man, he had his dark side, which many would say he took part in one of the greatest injustices in history, slavery. This agreement, which states that on September 5, 1853, Dr. Caleb Stevenson Brown transferred ownership of 6 enslaved people, one being a female only described as being a good woman, a 16-year-old boy named Van Byrne, Elias being around 18 years old, Tim at 21 years old, and an unknown boy at 12 to 15 years old. Not much is known about these individuals beyond their names and ages, as the document provides little detail about their lives, families, or origins. The contract also mentions that the increase of the enslaved individuals will belong to Rufus E. Brown even after the 5-year period ends. The meaning of their increase is any children they had during those 5 years would be returned to Caleb after the 5-year agreement expired. Also included in the contract states that the enslaved people would be provided with clothing, provisions, and medical care as needed. As Dr. Caleb Stevenson Brown was a doctor, he had access to medical supplies and treatments that he used to take care of the enslaved workers on the ranch. Beyond this document, little record exists of what became of these 6 individuals after the agreement ended. Did they remain enslaved on the ranch? Were they separated from each other and sold elsewhere? These unanswered questions are a stark reminder of how history often erases the lives of those who were enslaved, leaving only fragments of their existence in legal records.